Good morning. It's Friday, the 20th of January, 2012. Got caught playing with my long-term charts, looking at fibs, and the market opened. It's remarkable how fast time flies in the morning. And we'll take a pause till we see a setup. Okay, I'm in for a short based on some long-term fibs. Long-term charts.
Stop filled.
Okay, that didn't work out. We'll wait till we see a setup. Okay, I see him a bit of a chasing the market this morning. I'm still basing my trades on the long-term charts. Okay, we're getting some sideways indication. Okay, we had a dual two-bar reversal. Maybe that bodes well for a short. Change up.
Stop filled.
Okay, we've got two losers so far this morning. I'm going to take a pause till we see a setup. Okay, I just see some indication that we've got unpredictable trading this morning, so we want to wait until that dissipates. I'll take a pause. Okay, the market has continued to rise, and at 9 o'clock we have existing home sales, so that's a big piece of news. We'll wait to look for a trade after that. 987, change now. Looks like we have a triangle going right here. Now we've got a breakout. If we see it return, that might be a signal for long. Okay, we're in from a long on a retracement to the deeps on the short fib. See, our target is up here in the deeps. Okay, we're making some headway. 233, change up. See if we can stick with it. Change down. Okay, looks like we could be fighting City Hall here. Now we've kind of stalled out. Okay, we got a two-bar reversal, looks like, in the other direction. The way we want to go. change up. See if that 233 can break up onto the rail. Change up. I seem to be remaining fairly calm despite this choppy water. It's a real grind up. The 4181 looks to be a concern. He's just determined to go down, but the 10K looks like it wants to go up. 233 change down. Have a lot of resistance. That Keltner line. Volumes are just barely sufficient for trading. Definitely in a sideways motion. Be nice to see that 233 come above the line. Okay, there we go. Change up. Ooh, I just realized that we did touch the major fib. Got sloppy and wasn't watching that. Mm-mm-mm. Okay, our volumes have dropped off to, well, now they're up a little bit again. Two, three, three, change down. There's a doji. That's not comforting. Means implies we really have a roll of the dice now. Okay, had a pickup there. Move my stop to break even +1. This is getting tiresome. Two, three, three, change up. When trading's over, I'm going to watch the movie The Longest Day.
Target 610, change up.
All right, we met our target. Got a fair number of points. Looks like we might have a head and shoulders here for short.
7, change up.
Okay, we're to the high. I believe it's the high of the day. There's a 2-bar reversal.
Order filled.
Okay, I'm going off of that 2-bar reversal. Got in a little late. It's kind of a gutsy trade. Getting a lot of sideways indication. And most of the MACDs are pointing up. Wow, I don't like the bounces on some of these MACDs. Okay, we got some resistance right there at the major fib. See if we can get through him. That 2-bar is not too comforting.
Stop filled.
Okay, the trend is your friend, and I was not friendly on that one. Okay, we'll take a pause, see if we can find one more setup maybe. Okay, I placed a short and shouldn't have used a market probably because that bar slipped just as I was placing the order. I had meant to go in near the edge. Okay, I'm in for this for the ride. This market's been very unstable. I learned a lot about some of my indicators on when to stay out. That's very important. A lot of times you just feel like you have to trade, and you've got to have rules to keep you out when there's too much uncertainty and choppiness and what have you. These bars are closing right on the line right on the price that I entered a short. That makes it even more interesting. I think my target's around this 50 here. I had too tight of a target on my last winner. But I think it's important to have a target that you feel can be reached, and you have to gain experience on where to place that. Could have a nice strong V down here on 440, that'd be nice. Okay, we had a triple bottom there, that's not comforting. Could have a foot forming on the 10K, that'd be sweet. The bounce on 440s is not comforting. Neither is the one on 610. And now we're back to ground zero. I guess I like to stay in the the long sideways trades today. It makes things interesting. Haha. My new philosophy is trading should be easy, not simple, but easy. Um, the characteristics I fancy myself modeling, even though I'm a person who resists copying others, is Derek Jeter. When he goes to bat, when he plays the field, he's there, he's having a good time, making it look easy, doing his thing. I never saw him get rattled. Got a nice support at this 781.7. I need to pop through that. Be nice if 233 came down onto the rail. Looks like 610 could be rolling around and go down. Volumes are getting pretty low. That's not comforting. But it also could be a sign that we're going to take a dive. 233 change down. We are just going sideways. Some people say that's when the market's at disequilibrium. I think it's when everybody's satisfied with the price. After all, you've got, in the futures market, you're supposed to have buyers and sellers talking about futures prices. Hey, when they're both happy with it, why should the price move? Oh, here we go again. The bulls are trying to shake things up and take it long. Okay, we're approaching this resistance, this support area. See if we can pop through. Now we're at it. There we go. Got a tick under. Broke the ice. Now let's see if the car will fall through. Alright, we're getting a little action. $233 came down to the rail. Should get another BB. Hopefully we'll get down also a nice V down on 610. There we go. Now we're making a little steam. Coming to another area of support. We'll see if we can break through that. 610. Okay, we got a nice V down on 610. That doesn't hurt. And yeah, we're still tapping on that major fib. Okay, we've got mild pressure down on price. We still need to break through that support. See if that 440 can come down onto the rail. Six ten is not too comforting the way it laid 3 eggs in a row on that band.
987, change now.
A lot of separation on the larger charts. And the big boys could easily go down. Looks like we had a pullback, so again we may be heading down. Ah, we got a little concern here. Two-bar reversal, not too comforting. 440 is coming down to possible resistance, but there's nothing stopping 610, so he could go through. Punctured 987, plenty of separation on 1597. 4181 could go either way. So could 10K. Okay, now we're back up to that pivot point again. I'm pleased with how calm I'm staying and how I'm staying in the trade. Staying cool, calm, and collected is a goal of mine, and it's not exactly something I'm noted for. Could have a mid-band push. The small chart Bollingers are saying down. Larger chart saying up. Big charts saying down and up. So you got really a mixed bag. But I'm going to hang in there and see if we can get to our target. Okay, we're back down to the major fib resistance or support. And then we got to pop through there. Alright, we had a tick below that. Now we may have broken the ice. Let's see if the car falls through. Alright, we're making a little headway. It didn't take forever to get to this point, but it just seems like it. Okay, we're coming to some lower band resistance, possibly on 610. Let's see if we can get the rail on that. Okay, it looks like 610's popping through that lower band, so now I don't see anything holding this price up. Okay, got a little double bottom here. Okay, we're approaching the that double bottom again. Let's see if we can get through there. Okay, we're at the triple bottom now. If you're not in this trade and interested in getting into it, this is where the decisions are tough, because you know that a quadruple bottom like this could be easily support for a long, and it's also a place where the herd could jump in for the long and then get slaughtered. Okay, volumes are way down, so we're in tricky territory. Okay, we're getting a lot of separation on 233. That's a cause for concern. We're also getting a foot forming on 144, but we don't really want to watch that chart for our exit decision. Again, I don't see any. Oh, getting a bulge under 233, but we could still be on the rail with 440, and we were below coming to the rail on 610, so that can still happen. Okay, I've been in this trade for 25 minutes. That's not what I really want to do. But I think you got to do what your system is telling you. That last 2 bar on that quadruple bottom is a bit disconcerting, with the long equal sized bars, one closing fairly low, the next one closing fairly high. Well, it was at the high. Okay, looks like 610 may be coming to the rail. Come on, baby. I really don't want to get into that mode of, you know, you want to go lower, you know, you want to, that sort of thing. We're just watching the market and reacting accordingly, trying to be as neutral as possible, right? Alright, I think I'm going to take a pause so we get some action either way. Okay, my patience paid off. My target was filled, and I've gone a half hour over my trading period, but I was in the trade, so I believe that's permissible under the rules. So let's see how I did today. Okay, so I came up plus 9 ticks, and I learned my lesson about being in a market when the indicators are saying, hey, stay out. At least I hope I learned that lesson. That's not an easy one. That's not an easy one, I'm sure. Anyway, I appreciate your listening today, and best of luck to trading for you, and have a great weekend.